The USMCA trade deal passing just a day after the House voted to impeach the president. In our County to County series, Dasha Burns talked to voters in Ohio about how the deal would impact them and who they think deserves the credit.
Is USMCA better than NAFTA for your business?
Yes, our initial perception is yes, it is, because it changes the business structure for the automotive industry. And it puts the manufacturers in all three countries on a more even cost footing.
And for this community and workers throughout Ashtabula County, why is it better for them?
It's employment stabilization. People don't have to be concerned about a layoff. It lets us look at investing and expanding the facility, increasing our labor force, and providing more jobs to the community.
So you might be hiring more because of this?
Correct. We might be hiring more in the coming year.
And there's a lot of debate around who gets the win here. Is it the Democrats because they get to say they voted on something that impacts people and workers before the end of the year, or is it Donald Trump who gets to say, even with impeachment, look at what I've done? My perception is that most of the accolades or the credit will go to the administration, not to the Congress. The Congress has not done a good job at messaging their involvement in USMCA. Was NAFTA a bad deal for workers?
Yes. You know, a lot of our jobs went to Mexico. It was a race to the bottom.
Is the USMCA deal better? Is it actually a better deal?
I hope so. More guarantees built in, more stability built in.
Who do you personally credit the USMCA deal to? Is it Congress or the White House?
Oh, Congress. I give it really to the Speaker and to her committee and Richard Trumka.
Who gets the win with USMCA?
I'm going to give that to Donald Trump because I don't think they wouldn't have done anything if he wouldn't have pushed on it.
Dasha joins us now. And Dasha, tell us more about the Ohio County you're in and why USMCA is such an important issue there.
All right, let me start with a little bit of history and a little bit of geography. So right now, we're in Northeast Ohio. We're on the border of Pennsylvania, and that body of water behind me, that's Lake Erie. Now, this used to be a bustling port city, and manufacturing here was robust. The industry really supported this community. But a while ago, that sort of left, and a lot of people left with it. Now, a good chunk of this community blames NAFTA for the job loss here and for the industry loss here. So people around here have been waiting for something new, for a NAFTA 2.0. So this is a big deal around here. People, of course, not sure exactly how it's going to impact industry and workers here, but they're hopeful and they're excited that this is actually moving along. The excitement is pretty palpable to a lot of people we talk to here.
So, Dasha, why are they split then on who gets credit for pushing for this deal?
Well, you won't be surprised to hear party politics.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the story of this day and age, right? Right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about two of the gentlemen you just heard from. The first one, the factory we were in, that was David Jenkins. He's the vice president of operation at Welded Tubes. He's a Republican, not a huge fan of Donald Trump, but he does agree with him on policy. He sort of walked the classic line of, I don't love his rhetoric, but he's been good for the economy, and he thinks that USMCA will really benefit his business, and he credits that win to Donald Trump. He thinks he was the guy that really came out there and started talking about this. The other gentleman you heard from, Ray Gruber, he's the president of the local branch of the AFL-CIO union. And I asked him, are you a Democrat or Republican? He calls himself a labor Democrat, which he says specifically he's very focused on what the Democratic Party specifically has done for labor and for union workers. And so for him, he saw Nancy Pelosi and Democrats in Congress really fighting to put specific provisions into this bill that would benefit workers, the people that he represents. So he credits that to Congress. So not exactly surprising, but I think when it comes to who wins here, it depends on who you support. I don't know that this brought anyone over to the other side, but maybe helped people on both sides of the aisle feel a little bit more positive about the leaders that they support.
Dasha, we know that this agreement could impact folks there. How soon do they think this could be, a real near-term boost?
Well, it depends on who you talk to there as well. David Jenkins at Welded Tubes told me that they could see an impact as soon as like second quarter of 2020, which is pretty soon. For workers, Ray Gruber told me it's going to take a while to see how this actually impacts people. He said for NAFTA, it took a little while for things to settle in and to really understand whether how good or how bad this deal is. He thinks it's going to be a better deal, but he thinks it's going to take a little while before we really see that on the worker side of things. And then we also had a couple conversations with folks in the small rural farms that are on the other side of this county. They're actually surprisingly skeptical of USMCA. They don't know that it's going to make a difference for them at all, and they don't feel like they've necessarily been heard in these conversations. So again, depends on who you talk to, but some people could be seeing an impact pretty quickly here.
And Dasha, one last question before you go. How darn cold is it in Ohio? We've heard it's been a pretty frigid week out there.
It's so cold. It is so cold. I'm sorry to see my teeth chattering
Not
in between.
at all. I have been listening attentively while also thinking how impressed I am because I've heard it is real frigid out there, and you were holding it down. So thank you so much, Dasha.
I'm surprised I didn't have a brain freeze. I appreciate you putting up with me.
Not at all. You hung on. Thanks so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.